my ex found me first, and I didn't feel comfortable getting in his car after what he did to me. Because of him, I wasn't welcome back at that place. So I just I waited until my friend pulled up. Well, I don't want to call him that because he's not my friend. He's a fake. The retired Navy dude. Uh, yeah, I got in the vehicle he was driving. He's like, we're gonna go on a little drive. Stops by his house to, put his gun away. And then we went on a drive, and that drive was awkward as fuck because he did not say one word to me. Not one fucking word. Except, you're not welcome at my house after that. Like, wow. So, you're gonna tell me we're gonna go for a ride, and that's the only thing you say to me? Wow. So then he goes and calls my ex to pick me up, and I got in my ex's car because, like, again, these were the cards I was dealt. So I was kind of just riding the wave, I guess. Since I wasn't welcome there, he offered to get me a hotel, and I said thank you. And he offered to sleep, and I honestly did not feel comfortable after that. What happened? So I asked him to let me have my space, and but I was still super not okay. And my longtime friend since like high school or maybe middle school, whatever, was like, oh, I'm gonna go out to karaoke, you wanna come? We did. I thought, okay, maybe I need to get my mind off of things. So I'm like, all right, I see no harm in this. We went. I did drink, but I didn't get plastered or anything. Um, I was very much vigilant. I sang a few songs, and we took an Uber back to his home, and smoked some weed, listened to some music, vibed a little bit. My ex says I kissed him, but I don't remember doing that. And I think my friend would have told me if something happened, because my friends, unfortunately, I'm more comfortable with guy friends because I grew up with brothers. But also, I don't know what it was. I just gravitated to guys more. Maybe it was just that I had two brothers and a baby brother too. So three brothers. And yeah, after we finished our last, how he calls it, brewski, I just went back to the hotel, and I was pretty exhausted, like mentally drained, and I wasn't really there. I was kind of numb, and so I knocked out pretty quick. Once I got to the hotel, and the next day came, and he came by. I believe I had to like. Oh no! He actually got me the hotel for like a weekend, I think. So, but he came over before he went to work to check on me, and I appreciated it. Or maybe he didn't. But I know at some points he did come over and check on me in the hotel. And we got in the pool at one point. It was pretty cute. We played some music. Just talked about nothing basically, which to me, those are the best conversations because they have the most memories. Anyways, I had to become a nomad for that little brief period. And we'll say brief period because I know it was from like July to August that we ended up figuring out a non-nomadic system. I had to keep, moving, like packing and moving my stuff that I could. Oh my god. Sorry, I needed to stretch. But yeah, so things I thought were going well. And then we ended up getting a apartment together because eventually his best friend's wife was like, oh, you gotta go too, we kind of want our house back. I think it's because of all the drama that happened, but we ended up getting an apartment mid to late August, and from mid to late August until December, I was practically moving us in. And I'm not complaining, but he definitely worked a full-time job 5 days a week, and so I didn't mind doing that, but sometimes I would be tired and like not want to do anything because I still had my FedEx grounds job. And I kept finding myself like seeing traits that probably weren't even there, or maybe they were, I don't know, but I was not okay mentally to be with anybody. And yeah, it caused a lot of fights, it caused a lot of spirals in me, and I did have my car at the times that I was spiraling, which is I wish I didn't. I almost got a second DUI, but no, you don't know, I'm about to tell you though. I got lucky. They dropped my second DUI because the people who were in the car, they ended up moving to California, so they just dropped it. I'm like, okay, yay me. But I was still taking my recovery seriously. But backing it back up, I want to say a day before Labor Day, I got really, really, really plastered, and I did drugs also, like hard drugs, aside from the normal stuff, like weed, alcohol. To me, these things weren't really much of a problem. I didn't think I had a problem, but then I learned coping by drinking or drugging your pain away. Yeah, you're an addict, whether you like it or not. You substance abuse. Anyways, I don't remember how I got behind the wheel because I was blacked out. I literally snapped out of me being blacked out, I guess. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I driving? And then I look down and I realize my phone is like on like a reset mode to where I needed another device to log back into it. And I'm like, I have no idea where I'm driving. Like, I think I was heading towards New York. I don't know. And and eventually my car ran out of gas, and Boy Scout and his dad was nice enough to pull over and help me get to the nearest gas station so I could get a tank and fill it up with gas and take it back to my car. And because my phone wasn't working, they wrote down the directions of where I should be going to get back home, because me being new to the area, I still didn't know what roads went where. And so I would show you guys that because he wrote it in my journal, and I am known for keeping journals close to me. But I lost that journal in the middle of my like home hunt. But sorry guys, I have TBI. To those of you who don't know, traumatic brain injury. So I tend to like forget quite often what I'm saying and then remembering, and then oh, I tried heading back, and then I was just confused, and there was traffic, and I was freaking out because I didn't know what was going on, and I saw my meter going low again, like towards the E, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't let this happen again. So I just went the way that I knew. Like I drove all the way back from where I was coming from, and on that exit there was like a line of cars, and I know it was there, but I kind of like I I was highly dissociated. So like I know there was a car right in front of me trying to get off the exit, the same exit I was trying to get off of. And I saw him going forward slowly. So I did too, but then I looked down at my phone. I was trying to figure it out. Never looked up. I rear-ended that guy. Thankfully, it was a rental car, so, you know, it wasn't really too much on their brains. But yeah, they took me for, to jail to get sober, I guess. And, I got there, I was taking off my, like, bracelets, rings if I had any, and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh, can you take off your piercings? Well, certain ones, but not all of them, because it'll close fast. And they're like, oh, that's fine. I mean, yeah, no. I didn't know you were bleeding, because when I was trying to unscrew my ring, they saw I was drawing blood, and they're like, oh my god, if we knew that, we would have stopped you a long time ago. It's fine, we're just gonna put you in here. I'm like, okay. So I feel like that room was colder, or I say room because there was an actual door, not like sliding chains or whatever. Um, I know a lot of prisons, jails have, they have that, fuck, brain fart. Guys, I think I'm falling asleep. I'm gonna have to make the rest of this video tomorrow, because I keep losing my words and forgetting what I'm saying, and this video is gonna be so annoying with all the it sounds like I'm meditating, like, but it's August the 2nd, 4:38 a.m. I hope everybody gets a good night's sleep. I'm definitely going to, because you guys have been seeing my tears in this video. If you watched my last video, I was definitely very emotional, and I feel like it wasn't me, if that makes sense. I mean, but thanks for listening. I'll be back with a more awake part after everything I just spoke. Thank you guys for helping me build my community. It means so much. I know when I was that girl, I I wanted somebody to be there by my side to represent me or people like me, like-minded people, you know. But anyways, I hope everybody has a good night. And till next time. Bye guys. Oh jeez. Transcended Wisteria Lunaros. I watched the last video I made last night to see where I left off in the story, my story that I'm sharing with you guys. But yeah, I was placed in solitary confinement for 3 days because of the piercings I had on. Still, I could not take my facial piercings off, or not all of them at least. I couldn't take my nipple rings off. So their solution to that was just put me in solitary confinement. And I guess nobody got the memo because they treated me like crap. And did not lighten up. Just assumed I was a bad person. For starters, I didn't get my free call. And when I finally got and was able to get to a phone, I could not remember any numbers because if you remember, I don't know how, but my phone was like entirely reset to the point where I could not even like use the GPS or nothing simple like that. So I couldn't get any numbers off of my phone. It was reset, so I couldn't even access it in the first place. So yeah, I was like writing down numbers like crazy on the paper that they give you with your cell number or your cell, your inmate number and all that shit. And you know, last time I went to jail before that, I've been a good girl. It was a while, so I didn't know about this whole tablet system thing. Nobody ever told me that I even had one, so I didn't know to ask about it. I was placed in front of the judge through the tablet that they did give me, but like they immediately took it back, so I didn't even know that was mine. I assumed it was theirs, and that's how they did court for people locked up or whatever. But yeah, I had my court hearing and bond was denied, I guess, or something was denied, so I'm like, wow, fuck, okay. And then I stayed there for like another day and a half, you know. You don't know how long the days are because there's literally not even clocks in there. So I was going through some things emotionally, like I wouldn't even eat the food. I was just so depressed. I was not okay. They were treating me like a fucking criminal when they didn't see, hey, maybe she was drinking and did that, not because she's a bad person, but because she's going through some shit. They didn't even fucking think to do that. And yeah, I have mental health issues. But you know, I didn't get really to actually target anything else until after. But I'll get to that point when I get there. But yeah, didn't know I had a tablet. Didn't eat the food. If I had anything, I maybe drank the milk. Maybe. I think I only drank it like once. And so we were transported from one cell to the other, I guess a unit. And then when I went to my unit and I went to my cell, they brought me towels and shampoo and all that, but they never grabbed me to take a shower, ever. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking stay unshowered for 3 days. So like, well, I didn't know it was 3 days or how long it has been, but in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna not take a shower or not clean myself. So I took the towel and I ripped the fucking shampoo packet open, and then I just squeezed it inside the towel, and I used the water from the fountain to like put some water on that towel, folded it up, and I started washing myself like that. Um, and right when I was finishing, like washing myself down there, a fucking officer comes with a tablet, and it's a judge waiting to speak to me. I'm like, oh my god, I am so glad that I'm fucking past with like putting my clothes on because he almost saw me. Anyways, yeah, that day that happened, there was a lot of time in between and a lot of crying, and I wrote a letter to my ex because I felt so guilty that I spiraled like that, and I went and I drank like that, and yeah, I felt bad, like, and I thought I don't, I was blacked out drunk. I didn't remember even talking to him prior. I didn't know that, like, if he even knew what was happening to me, what I was going through. I couldn't access my phone. So, yeah, I was in the dark, just as bad as he probably was. Um, but as that time went by, and I did see the judge, they set me on secure bond. Um, so I'm like, oh, okay. But I didn't understand. Like, it didn't click until I actually, they came and grabbed me to go, which they still waited a whole day and a half to do. And I'm not exaggerating. That's why it became 3 days. Um, so yeah, and I didn't have money. My phone wasn't accessible. Thankfully, I was sent an angel, I swear. There was this guy, like, I was really skeptical of him, I'm not gonna lie, but he helped me though. Like, I'm like, can I just use your phone? Like, he was being really weird about it at first, but then, like, after a while, he just kind of, like, did me a favor and ordered me an Uber, and, like, he paid for it. Like, I had nothing. So I was like, oh my god, please help me. And he did. And I'm like, God, fuck. Because all my stuff, I guess, was left in the car. And the stuff that I did have, I couldn't work with it because the ATM there just. I was going through it. Let's just leave it at that. I finally got my Uber, from my Uber back to the apartment that me and my ex got together. And when I was arriving, I don't know what it was, but he was like meeting me outside. I'm like, how did you know? In my brain. But I don't know, maybe he was taking out the trash, or I don't know, maybe he just needed a walk. I never actually asked him about that. Or maybe he was just going to go get his dick wet. I don't know. But and there's a reason I say that, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. But um so yeah, I went inside with him, um and he was really worried, and I was crying because I was really fucking scared. I didn't know if he was going to be mad at me or what. I didn't understand what terms we were on at that point. But we were happy to see each other. So that made me feel good because damn, I have been going through so much. And I felt like I needed a break. So I'm glad that he greeted me with open arms. Um, No wonder I was so naive, because I have been going through shit and I just didn't care about anything else at that point. But I gave him the letter that I wrote to him while I was in there, because I was thinking about him mostly, like, oh my god, what the fuck did I do? Did I break his heart? Did I say something fucked up? Like, because when I get that messed up, I tend to, my demons come out, like, and it's not even the person's fault. Probably it's probably my own. It's probably from the shit that I've been through, you know. So like, you know, your demons protect you, so I guess I felt like I had to protect myself, maybe, if it did get to that point. But the fact that my phone was in that state, I just did not know anything. But I showed him my mugshot. He said I looked hot. Fuck, I wish I still had the mugshot. I don't know where it is. Maybe I still have it. If I do, I'll post it in this video somewhere. But yeah, fast forward to more life, and maybe fighting, maybe drama, maybe, you know, roller coasters, up, downs, left, rights. At one point, we did celebrate my mom's birthday at my house, our apartment. It was cute. He cooked for my parents, and, you know, they were happy. He was excited, and that made me happy. And we celebrated Christmas together. But wow, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just thinking about all the good memories. But anyways, when I got out, I was basically ordered by the court to get drug, alcohol, like substance abuse assessment. And with that, you know, I didn't go and take it right away because I just was so happy to be back, and like I just needed to breathe. I just, like, we barely even moved into the apartment. I think the apartment was still pretty naked, like with furniture and wall art and stuff. But I was just glad to be able to come back and help with that, because he works full time. So I know that, you know, that probably was overwhelming if he was able to get to anything, to do it by yourself. But I think I was beginning to work around that time. Excuse me, I just ate my kebab. But yeah, I was helping unpack and make a home, you know. Didn't last very long, but I had another spiraling episode because I felt like I was put like in a fight or flight mode. I don't want to talk about what the fight was because, quite frankly, I don't remember. And if I don't remember, it must not have been that important. Or maybe it was. Maybe I feel like it was a lot of the both of us having our own traumas and like clashing that into the relationship, and just basically we haven't healed. And you know what happens when you don't heal and you get in a relationship and you think you're healed, but you're actually not. But I spiraled, and I got to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to be here. Like, I feel like I'm being trapped, and what exactly happened? I didn't have service on my phone, I don't think. I could just use it on Wi-Fi, I think. I remember right. Gosh, this was so long ago for me now. Like, I've done so much since then, I can't remember anything. But I know that I spiraled and I left, and I got to a distance to where when I finally was able to access Wi-Fi, I ordered myself an Uber to the CSB because I know that's where I needed to go for my substance abuse assessment that I have not taken. And I know that I had that over my head because of my DUI that I caused myself. I take full responsibility of that. I know I didn't have to go to that, but I did. I felt like, as it being your coping skill, your habit, your bad habit, that's all you really know. That's all I really knew. So, I made mistakes, and I am fully owning up to it. So I'm happy that I can say today I am 11, well, not today. I'm coming up on 11 months sober. On the 18th of August, I will be 11 months sober officially. And then the next month, I'll be a year. But, I was in super crisis. Like, they had me take my assessment. I did get there at 4 in the morning, and there was a security officer like lurking around the parking lot, and I was trying to charge the phone, my phone that I had with my charger that I happen to have. When you're in fight or flight mode, you just grab whatever the fuck you can and you're out. So I was lucky enough to grab a charger, but it was fucking cold. And I didn't see any doors open. So I went to the parking lot and I found a plug and I charged my phone there. It was very uncomfortable because I was sitting on the floor, like the concrete ass floor. It was cold. It was hard. I was not wearing the right clothes. So yeah, he saw me and he told me, hey, why don't you wait inside? We don't open for another few hours, but you can at least wait inside where it's warm. I'm like, yeah, I really wanted to cry. I'm like, thank you so much. I was embarrassed. You don't ever want to be seen like that, but it was touching that, people with kind hearts still exist. So I went inside, plugged my phone in to charge, and I think I tried to nap. I don't think I did nap. I think I tried to nap, but I was so fight or flight mode. My blood was boiling. I was like freaking out. I didn't know if I was safe or not. I mean, I know I was inside, but I just didn't know, like, is it trustworthy for me to be honest here, or should I just like lie through my teeth to get myself to? Although I was in safety, my mind from my past is like survival mode. Maybe don't tell them the truth because they'll him you up thinking that you're the bad guy. But I just chose to be honest. I said, fuck this. I can't keep doing this. Like, I need help. And I'm gonna ask for it. I don't care how pathetic I might look. I need it. So I did. I was 1000% honest. I took my assessment, and like midway, I don't know if the guy was listening to me or exaggerating more than what I was telling him, which sent me to Wellness Circle, which is a crisis stabilization place that I went to for, I want to say, wow. So I went in September, and I just remembered I got out in October because my girl passed away, and I just couldn't be around all those fake ass smiling faces like they're in the fucking Smile movie. Like, that shit is fucking creepy. I'm not gonna do that. I want to be able to cry without being asked every 5 minutes, oh, are you okay? Don't cry. Bitch, I have emotions. I need to cry. Sorry, that's just how I felt. Like, the staff was very nice and everything, but at the same time, you could tell they were lying through their teeth. Fake ass scary ass, creepy ass smiles. But while I was in there, I was definitely paying attention to my mental health and what might be going on over here. Because, oh shit, I could not sleep. Like, I haven't really gotten any proper sleep since ever. Come to think of it, shit. And I have trazodone that I'm prescribed, but I don't like taking it because it makes me groggy in the mornings. And I'm on a routine. Like, I'm not trying to wake up groggy and not stick to my new life. I'm a lot healthier than I was before. Structure is very important when it comes to healing. Yeah, I didn't have any clothes on me, but the ones on my back, the people there were nice enough